Boa tarde a todos e a todas. Vamos dar início à coletiva de imprensa da Jamaica.
Olá, boa tarde. Pergunta para Denesha. A expectativa de reencontrar o Brasil, né, nesse pós-Copa, a Jamaica, que é algoz da seleção feminina, né, que segurou aquele empate com o Brasil, que acabou eliminando as meninas, né, na fase de grupos, né, da Copa do Mundo.
I think our expectation for this Brazil game is, I feel like both countries are a lot similar in terms of physicality and technical abilities. So I feel like this game is going to be really a back and forth game. And I think it's a good game for us to bring back our team forward again and start our campaign again. And I think this game is just going to be comes down to who have the most physicality, and I think it's just going to be a good matchup like always.
Ela arriscaria o placar?
In terms of scoreline, I feel like football is a game of unexpectedness. So I can't really say a scoreline, but I can promise that it's going to be a good game.
Well, we also have a few questions from the media from Jamaica and from the people from Brazil that couldn't be here today. So, first question, Renata Mendonça, das Vibradoras. You just came back to be the coach of this group, and of course, you know the players very well. In the World Cup, Jamaica got success with Donaldson by defending very well big teams like France and Brazil. So, what's the idea now? Your plan is to maintain this defensive style?
I think it's a platform on which we've built a lot of our success. Even prior to that, so I think it's one of the things that we'll continue to do. The game is played in many different phases, but you always give yourself a good opportunity to be successful with a good defensive platform, and so that will continue as well.
A question for Denisha from Amanda Viana, do PlanetaFutebolFeminino. It's the first time that Jamaica's top players have come together for matches after the Olympic playoff against Canada in 2023. I would like to know your feelings at this moment and what these last few months have been like.
My feelings, well, as a team, I think our team is very good in terms of camaraderie and stuff. So when we got back, it's like we never left. And so yes, we haven't been together for the last, 9 months, but you wouldn't tell. I feel like our group is just so well put together. Obviously, every team has their challenges, but I feel like our mindset when we're together is always to be better. And so I feel like the environment has just always been that, whether we're apart for 9 months or 2 months, it's just always been a good team environment.
Another question from Amanda Viana for Hubert. Jamaica reunited again to face Brazilian team. I would like to know what we can expect from the Braga girls and how to enhance the attack without Bunny Shaw.
Well, as I've stated, numerously, you don't replace a Bunny Shaw. Every country, every team in the world would love to have a Bunny Shaw. We're grateful that we have her in our team. Injuries happen, and unfortunately, she's not able to be with us. But we have a really good depth and a really good squad, and so we know that another player will step up. We have more than enough ability for those players to come in and again, give us different qualities necessarily from Bunny will give us, but it is a team group. We've organized, we've known that she's going to be away for a couple of weeks now. So we've just kind of obviously looked to adapt it in terms of how we look to play, what we're looking to do, and how we're looking to do that over a longer period of time. So really, the whole process for us is to keep building so that we can be back in this wonderful country in 2027.
Question from Edivision TV. Coach, Jamaica got a draw versus Brazil in the World Cup, and that was due to a defensive approach. Will you be trying to adopt similar tactics?
Well, yeah, as we alluded to, we have to. I mean, every Brazilian, it's in their DNA, to be able to play football in the league on the front foot. Everyone knows that. That's part of the Brazilian culture. We all grew up loving that. As Jamaicans, we have a great affiliation with Brazil. We love watching Brazil play. Probably in Jamaica, I would probably say Brazil is the next favorite country that they support. So we know about all the Brazilian flair and all the ability they bring. This is a good group, a young group. They're a dynamic group. But we're pretty dynamic ourselves, so I think it will be a good game in terms of be evenly matched. We have to get our defensive responsibilities right, and that's what we will look to build on heading into our next window as well. So, yeah, as you said, a good defensive platform is needed against a very good technical Brazilian team.
Last question from Wadey Brown, IRU FM. Question: what are your objectives for these two games, and what approach will you be employing with the team missing Bunny Shaw?
Yeah, I mean, good. We're going to look to, from our defensive platform, look to be a little bit more offensive in terms of, trying to keep the ball a little bit more. That's always, sometimes difficult, in a, don't want to say hostile environment, but a difficult environment in front of great fans and people cheering on their national team. But, we also have to get to the point where we have to be brave in our approach as well. It might not all come tomorrow. As I said to the players, the core group has not been together for 9 months, so there's going to be a little bit of a grace period. We have to be understanding of each other. We have to be a little bit, not so harsh when things don't go right, and understand that it's going to take a little bit of time. And we've had the last 3 days to kind of really focus on the things that we can control, and the environment and the sort of camaraderie and the sisterhood and built on the great things that this core has built their success on, and look to do that tomorrow as well.
Well, thank you, Coach. Thank you, Denisha. Muito obrigada a todos e até a próxima.
Thank you.
Obrigado.